They will not be talking about 4 values that can help every startup build a focused organization. Number 1 is the fact that clarity creates momentum. Yes, I was just finished listening to the CEO of Chicken Republic, and one of the things that he made mention of was the fact that by the time that chicken was becoming expensive in the market, they went as far as having their own poultry. But somehow they found out that they couldn't, there was a deviation in the focus, in the purpose of the organization, so they had to shut down the poultry that they created so that they could focus on the quick service restaurants and not fall into the trap in the process of trying to buy chicken at a lesser rate, so they don't end up losing the purpose of starting Chicken Republic in the first place. And that is one of the mistakes that most organizations usually fall into. That is one of the business trap that most organizations often fall into. The fact that things are becoming expensive, they start looking for a way of generating such product themselves, and in the process they lose focus of the main reason why they started the business, and it won't be long before such business starts struggling and go out of circulation. Number 2, value first, not profit. Now, the fact of every business, now this is the local traders often fall into this trap, because I've been to the market several times, and one of the things that people usually make, the mistake that they make, they get more focused in making a sale than transferring a value. Now, every business is called out to transfer value. Yes, it's all about value exchange, not the currency, not the money exchange. If you go into the market thinking all you want is money for your service, at the end of the day you will end up making that money, but it won't be long before people started finding out that you're not having their interest at heart. So you must understand that it's not about the money that you are going to make in the marketplace, it's about the value that you're transferring. And when you are transferring real value, it won't be long before you find people patronizing you beyond numbers, because the fact is this: through the word of mouth, one person will always tell the other, and before you know what's happening, everybody start coming to you to make their purchase or buy whatever item you're selling, because they found out that it's not about profit for you, it's about the exchange of value. And that is the way most organizations on the global scale have been able to check Facebook, check Amazon, check all the companies that you know online. It is the value that they're transferring to the people that generate the traffic that make most people patronize them and use their app and product. Number 3, track every naira. It's not, people often fall into this trap. How much is it? You think it's just 500 naira. No, that is part of your profit. So if you don't measure, if you don't track that 500 naira and several 500 naira, you find out that before you know what's happening, you start having leakages here and there. So it's important that when you're starting an organization, and even at every level, you must be able to every income. Don't just spend your money. Don't just allow your money to leak from sources you don't know. It's important that you keep accurate record of transaction going on, and don't allow your money just slip out of your hand without any proper explanation on why this or that. It's important that you measure your income. It's important that you measure what you're spending and what you're generating as income. When you can't keep track of that, you will only find out that the business slips away, not because you are not making profit, but because you are not skilled in tracking the naira, the income that comes into the organization. Number 4, learn daily, adjust quickly. Learn daily. It's important that every entrepreneur knows how to learn daily and adjust quickly. You're not putting that into consideration. If you're a rigid entrepreneur, you will find out that you will lose out in the marketplace. That is just the truth about the matter, because there's a lot of flexibility going on, a lot of things are changing, and you must be able to keep up with the trend of what is going on in the marketplace. If you get into the market and you find out that the particular price that you have put on a particular item, everybody around you is selling at a lower price, be able to look at it, know why they are selling at a lower price. If you get stuck at the price that you're holding on to, you will find out that you will lose out of the game eventually. But when you find out what is going on in the market and you know that, okay, this is the reason, like take Nigeria for instance, the rate of inflation now is just beyond imagination. So if all you have done and just peg your profit at a particular rate, you will find out that the price you bought the item from the market now, so you must be able to make your sale at a point where you can get back to the market and be able to buy whatever you're buying without suffering the loss. It's important that you look at what is going on in the marketplace and make the necessary adjustment in order for you to remain in business. If you remain flexible and they tell you and you find out that a lot of things are changing in the market, the inflation rate is pushing many out of business, most businesses are closing down. If you're not flexible to be able to make the necessary adjustment on time, you might find yourself losing the business, which is not supposed to be.